I don't know why. So I'll just here. I'll just try. Okay, here we're back. Okay, so you were saying that it ruins the budget for the camping ban. It
Yeah,
hurts
but
you.
then, more of them are just on the streets everywhere because they can't get a permanent camp spot anywhere that'll last more than a week or so.
Uh huh.
I mean, if they're lucky, it'll last a week or two. After that, they have no, they keep just bouncing around. They're all over the streets and everywhere, and they have nowhere to stop and stay.
Right.
And if they lift the banning law, they would have somewhere to stop and stay, and they stay put because a lot of them are permanent waiting list for housing.
Okay. So
Right,
they're in the
right. Like
waiting
me,
list,
that's
which
what
is
I
like
am.
6 to
Right, I'm
12
on.
months.
Yeah, it could be anywhere from 6 to 12 months to get low income housing.
In fact,
Like
I've heard it
James or
can be 2
Doreen
years.
Clay. That's just to get into the temporary shelter type housing.
Okay.
That's just a waiting list just for that. That's not counting
Just the
anything else,
temporary.
right?
Okay. So they're waiting for their housing, and in the
Mhm.
meantime, they're wasting money because they have to get their food at 7-Eleven or something where you don't cook it.
Well, I have health problems, okay? So, like, I can't even eat tomatoes because I have really bad allergic reactions to it. So my cash and my budget needs to go for my food because I can't eat what everybody else is eating in the shelter places because I could get really sick and end up in the hospital.
Yeah.
It could kill me if I eat something I'm allergic to, and I'm allergic to a lot of different foods. So I have to spend my cash on it. So the harder they make it on me, the less I'm able to get the type of food I need because it's like soy milk and stuff like that. It's expensive, those type of things. So
Right. Okay. So there's that, and we were talking about hospital money, or just remedies to try to get rid of coughs and stuff like that. I mean, if you're out here, your exposure to elements and
well, usually if I get a cough, it's whiskey, honey, and hot tea. It works for me. Well, I have allergic reactions. The doctors can't give me a lot of medications. They can't give, like for my back problems and stuff, they can't give me painkillers or any of that because I'm allergic to it. I have grand mal seizures, go into comas, have internal hemorrhaging from them.
holy mackerel.
Right, so I can't even, I have to pay, I have to, like, if I can't get it over the counter, I figure it out myself because I'm allergic to most of it. I mean, they tried for 10 years. But I was having grand mal seizures and going into comas and having allergic reactions to everything.
My
So
God.
I can't even do that.
So
So
you're out
I mean,
here.
it's dangerous for me just to get over the counter cough syrup.
You're out here.
Yeah. Well, when I got out here, it was when I first got home, and I got robbed and I got kicked in the head 3 times with just steel-toed boots, and I was walking out kind of retarded, and I couldn't talk straight because my face was all numb and stuff. And the guys kind of watched out for me. They babysit me. I didn't have my glasses, couldn't see, I was blind. I had gone to the hospital. My insurance didn't cover it enough to keep me in the hospital with my brain bleeding and put me on the street.
My God. So you're out here because you got robbed and beaten. Oh my God. And
Because
the
I came home to
insurance.
get an apartment, and then I got robbed and beaten, and I lost my ID and all that, and I can't do nothing. I can't get an apartment. I can't do anything without my driver's permit, my license and stuff, right? I got robbed, so now I got to wait to find my mom and get my ID straightened out and stuff. So,
How long is it before you can get in touch with her?
uh, I don't know. I
Do
don't
you
know how to
need? Do
work the
you?
computer. My daughter's been talking to her, but she hasn't contacted my daughter back yet. So,
Okay, so you're
so
trying
my
to get a
mom
hold
can
of her.
get my birth certificate. See,
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
But I'll be in Jean's place in about 2 weeks. So I've,
Okay.
I've waited it out 2.5 months or so. So
Wow.
I've got Jean's place like 2 months, 2 weeks, and 3 weeks, and I've got it down now.
Do you have any?
I've got a protection system and people watching my
Do you
back
want to
and
give some advice as to like how to protect oneself out here?
learn hand-to-hand combat, self-defense
Self
before you get
defense
here.
before you get here. So
I'm a
you're about
little.
to be
I'm a little
homeless.
thing. I'm a little thing. I'm a little thing. I learned to protect myself a long, long time
So
ago.
self defense classes.
Yes, a lot of them. I'm actually martial art trained enough that I could rip a man's throat out with bare hands. But I'm a pacifist, so,
Right.
so I
You're a
use
pacifist that I
I
don't want
use
to push
words and
around.
wisdom to work my way around not having to put myself in that kind of competition.
So you know de-escalation and like if there's a confrontation taking place or you are having someone try to agitate you, you can bring that situation down a level.
Oh yeah, well, it's psychology and
Really?
intelligence and combat, being
Wow.
polite and all that.
They actually brought a de-escalation training to us. One of our occupiers is a conflict resolution master's degree guy named Jiro, and he did a training, and we filmed it right on this thing. It was really neat, and we put it to use. And you know what's funny? We put it to use when someone attacked that guy. So we
My
were like the
confrontational thing
student
is people want a
test.
wife. I'm 50 years old. I've raised my children and all that. I don't want to be somebody's mother. And that's
Right.
what most wives are, somebody's mother.
Oh, you hear
They
that,
don't get, I
Ernie?
want to go to school to be an architect, landscape designer. So I said, boys, I'm
I
sorry, I
ain't
ain't got
most
time for
wives.
this.
I would be like the kid. I'm sorry, but I'm the kid of the family. I'm
You're
afraid.
the kid
Poor.
of the family.
Well, Ernie's a kid at heart too. So I guess we're two kids. How the state even let us have our own place?
I don't know. Somebody assumed that just because I had turned 50 or 51 that my life was over. And it's like most people
What?
when they turn 50, 51 start a whole new life. The
Yeah, I'm
one
through
since all my kids are all
doing what
raised,
other people
all
tell
my
me I
kids are all
should do.
grown on their own, so I don't have to worry about them. So I get to go to school this time, pick up photography and stuff.
So you're going to
Nice.
school?
Huh? Well, I'm gonna take classes. Landscape design I'm already good at, but I just want to get some of the technical stuff. I've already done that for a living,
Oh,
but I haven't gone to school for it to get a degree to be able to get paid for it well enough,
nice,
So.
nice. Well, geez, when you're out here, if you see people struggling with things that you know how to do better,
Well, I always keep food on me, and things,
you
and
keep
hang
yourself
out. Yeah,
stocked.
yeah, and I do favors
Oh, we
like
have coffee.
so they don't have to haul all this stuff everywhere. I'll sit and watch it for them for a while, So because it
Okay.
gets tiresome sometimes, so I do what I can.
So let me tell you about the rules as we know them, because we do have cops that challenge us on this. And that's exactly why we're here. Because what's happening all over the city is a policeman will come up to a person sleeping with a sleeping bag and say, and they're in this area by the curb, and they say, "This is illegal. Get up, wake up, take your stuff."
Oh no, that's not half as bad as what I heard a cop say one time.
What did he say?
He didn't see me in the sleeping bag and he was asking us to move. He was kicking us. Said, "Tell that fucking thing to get up." And was kicking me.
I've heard about that. I
have
haven't.
read.
I've heard they
You don't
nudge you,
you don't
but
know what
you
kind of
said
woman I am. You don't know
kicking.
who I am and why I'm
Right.
here. You
And
don't have
that's
a right
called
to say that.
dehumanization.
I
And
know.
you know,
It was kind of
the
dehumanizing.
thing
It's like,
is,
wow, you
cops are
do this to
there for
people here like
law.
that.
They're there for law. That's their context. So when they're told to deal with the homeless,
Right.
instead of, say, if it was an educator, or if it was a school, a mother, or we all have context of dealing with, problems and solutions.
Uh-huh.
Cops' only context is you must
Well,
be breaking the law.
I thought for an officer that was the kind of a harsh way to be
Yeah,
dealing with
that's
the homeless
disgusting.
people when they know why. Well, a lot of
But
them
they're
were
treating you like a
like
criminal.
during Bush's time when he closed all the respite and all that other stuff and started mixing all the mentally ill in with the criminals and everybody else.
Who's that?
You know, in the Bush when he started, and when Bush was in office, he closed down a bunch of mental health respite
Right.
centers and stuff like that, and that put a lot of mentally ill people, mentally challenged people in with the criminal system.
Ugh, that sounds like Bush.
And
Yeah.
then you got mentally ill people trying to survive in a criminal system.
Right. So
Right.
there you
So
go
they do as they're
again.
told because they're mentally ill and they're handicapped by the criminal system.
Right.
Right.
So they're treating you like a criminal, but if they're
They treat me
told
like
to
a criminal,
get
but I'm just
people.
homeless because of health problems.
Right.
Because I
Right.
got kicked in the head.
Well,
My head was.
even
You're not
even
gonna
a
think me.
criminal
I
doesn't
couldn't even
deserve to
walk
be
straight. I couldn't even walk straight, much less think
harassed
straight to go
and
look for an apartment.
yeah, oh
At
my
that point.
God.
So
That's really
I was
sad.
blind because I didn't have my glasses yet, so I couldn't even see this far in front of my face. So the guys had to guide me around and show
Did
me
you
around
file a
to do stuff.
complaint?
Against the hospital?
No, against the police officer who did that to you.
It
You
won't do any
know,
good. It just gives you more problems.
it gives you more problems. So we have these complaint
Because
forms.
then it goes on a file somewhere with your name on it that this is a troublemaker, and it stays there whether you're a troublemaker or not. It stays there.
Okay. So,
It's kind of like when you report the medical health systems. You report to them, and then they'll stick up for the doctor before they stick up for you, even though the doctor is in the wrong.
really?
Oh yeah, they do it all the time.
So people don't want to stand up because it's just going to get them harsh treatment.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's one of the reasons
It's
that
like you get pissed
we're
off at a
here.
doctor for being wrong. They can turn around and just ruin your medical record.
Okay, so there's a bunch of
And all kinds
Occupy.
of malpractice can happen afterwards. I pissed off a doctor once. I know what happened to me.
Wow. There's a
She
bunch
was
of
in the wrong.
Occupy
She
people
was,
here.
she was in the wrong.
And they are here because they can stand up where other people might not be able to. Like I get to go back. I'm going to sleep here tonight, but then tomorrow night I'm not. Tomorrow night I'm sleeping in my apartment. That means that I will
Well,
recover
tomorrow's
from the
payday.
night.
I get a hotel.
So I'll
Tomorrow,
be stronger,
I get
right?
a hotel by myself and we smoke and hot bubble bath.
Oh,
Go
yay!
eat a nice dinner by myself in a restaurant with a table. So
Nice.
do my own thing.
Having a good, like a
Yeah.
respite.
I might be
Yeah.
able to get some time to read my book a little bit because I can't get a piece of quiet around here to read.
Well, anyway, all I'm saying is that there's people who have houses who are demonstrating by being in solidarity and integrated with our houseless friends so that when the cops come, they can pick on somebody who isn't exhausted, isn't
Well,
starving,
it's not
and
like
they
I'm here
can
not trying to.
doing
So I'm
that.
waiting to get on a dean's list, and then I can pay off a couple of bills and everything before I get housing and get caught up again. Because
So you're
bad
mentioning to
relationship things
me,
made me bounce around, and I don't have like evictions. I had to leave on a lease because of bad relationships.
you're telling me like it's not like I'm trying to stay houseless. It's not like I'm trying to be out here. I'm on my way to doing something else. I got here. It wasn't my fault. Do you find it interesting that when you're talking to someone who's just meeting you, the first thing that you're telling me is how you did nothing wrong to get here? I
Well,
mean, you
I
have
can't, I
obviously
can't really say that.
not.
I did something different than what I used to do, and I got out of my house. I got well enough to get out of my house. I was almost for seizures and throwing him in comas and everything, and I got out of my house. A lot of people, a lot of people knew me from being sick in my house for like 10, 15 years, and heard me singing out the window. And then I got well enough to get out of my house, and it was like bombarding on, you know, people wanting to talk to me, get to know me. It was too many, so it just kind of got all confusing because everybody wants to be your friend if you're talented.
Right.
Right.
So
So
you were kind of a celebrity in a way because you were
yeah, around
shut in a
Portland for
bit.
people that I grew up with. I grew up there for 30 years, so
Right.
right.
Okay, so they really, really wanted to be